Hey folks, today we're going to repair a G1 Huffer. Huffer is a member of the original cast. He was released in 1984, re-released in 1985. Today we'll be looking at a 1985 rub sign release of the toy. And I think his claim to fame is probably this moment from one of the original series episodes where he pulled Optimus Prime's trailer. And if you've been collecting Transformers for a little while, then you have accumulated what I call the pile of one-armed mini cars. It happens to all of us. Your Brawn, Windcharger gears, Huffer pipes, sometimes the Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper molds, although they also lose their feet. They'll come through with one arm, and eventually you'll get a second one. And if you're lucky, they have complementary missing arms. So it's a quick and easy job, also a very satisfying job to just part swap and produce one intact toy. And I think this is the entry point for a lot of collectors into Transformers repair. So let's take a look at the two bots we'll be working with today. We've got two 1985 Huffers. There's no mold variation between the two, so we can swap parts confidently. One of them's got a scratched up grill on the left here. The other one has a much nicer looking grill, so I like that. One of them's got shinier wheel hubs. One of them's got better stickers on the chest. So I don't see a clear winner of which one should be the base bot at the expense of the other. I think we'll do sort of a 50-50 and just pick our best parts from either one. Disassembling Huffer is just one screw, and then we take off this orange back plate. Then you can see how the truck cab is attached. There's this groove where one end of a double hinge hooks underneath it. The arms slide in and out along this track, and you can see how the blue shoulder, the sort of collar, that usually stays in the toy, and what fails is this clip, the silver clip that's inside. You can see how it's split down the middle. One side of that will break, and then the arm comes out. And then the legs are attached in kind of an interesting way. There's this overlapping asymmetric kind of sandwich of plastic. And then there's a shaft that's drilled through the middle, right? It goes on this post. It holds it in very strongly. You rarely see missing legs with Huffer. And disassembling the other body, that's going to get us the cab that has the slightly nicer paint on the grill, and also the chest that has the slightly nicer stickers. And before we reassemble, let's do a little bit of cleanup. These tracks can accumulate a little bit of dust over the years, and they kind of stick as you slide them in and out. So I just use a damp end of a Q-tip to wipe it up, and then use the dry end of the Q-tip just to remove any moisture that remains. And now we'll put the legs back on to the favored chest piece. Just remember to put them on in the same order and the same orientation as they came off. Then we'll get the cab hooked in there, and then finally the arms. Then the orange back plate will go back on, screw down the screw, and we'll do a little test on the shoulders. Now the shoulders are sliding in and out a lot more smoothly, and it really is just because we wiped off some of that dust. It's, when you're in close quarters like that, a little bit of dust can make a big difference. And here we have a nicely repaired G1 Huffer with not one, but two arms. Maybe one of the arms has a bit of chrome wear, but beggars can't be choosers. The paint on the grill looks sharp. The stickers are pretty clean. And his donor buddy on the right will live to fight another day. He's going to go into the parts bin and help in a future project. And if you have a pile of one-armed mini cars, give this project a try. It's easy and it's satisfying, and it might just put you on the path to tackling some of the more challenging repairs that we talk about on the channel. And if you like this sort of thing, I hope you'll take a look at the other videos. We talk about design and engineering details, trivia, history, and a lot of repair techniques. Say hi in the comments. I hope you found this information useful, and we'll see you next time.